You're not imagining it. Your mind really does feel heavier in March. You're thinking more, but not necessarily thinking clearly. You're carrying things you didn't realize you were holding. And the moment the season shifts, all of it rises to the surface. This heaviness isn't a setback, it's a signal. Now, March is an in-between month. It's not winter anymore, but it's not spring yet either. Your environment is still cold, but your internal world is warming. And when your internal world warms, the things you froze in place, the postponed decisions, the quiet worries, the emotional residue begins to thaw. Think about what happens when the ground thaws after winter. Everything that was frozen beneath the surface begins to loosen. The soil softens, old roots shift, and hidden debris rises to the top. Your mind works the same way. During the winter months, you carry things quietly. You hold tension without noticing. You postpone emotional processing because your system is focused on endurance. You tell yourself, I'll deal with that later. And your mind listens. It tucks things away not because they're gone, but because you didn't have the bandwidth to face them. Then March arrives. The light changes. Your internal rhythm shifts. Your awareness widens, and suddenly everything you postponed begins to rise. This is why your mind feels heavy. It's not chaos and it's not emergence. Your system is shifting from hold to release, from endure to prepare, from survive to reset. And that shift creates mental clutter, not because something is wrong, but because something is waking up. Now we reframe that gently. We think heaviness is a sign of movement. You're not failing, you're not slipping, and you're not losing clarity. You're thawing. Because heaviness is not a sign that you're stuck. It's a sign that your mind is loosening its grip on the things you carried through winter. It's the weight of thoughts that were frozen in place finally becoming available for release. This is why March feels mentally crowded. Your system is trying to hand things back to you, not to overwhelm you, but to free you. Because heaviness is the first step toward clarity. And here's the part many people miss. Your mind doesn't want you to solve everything. It just wants you to see what's there. Because awareness is the beginning of release. Now here's a practical tool that we can use. It's the 3-thought clearing. To create space, you don't need to clear everything. You just need to name what's actually there. This tool is simple, but it works because it meets your mind where it is, in transition. Step 1, name the heaviest thought. What's the one thought that keeps circling back? Not the loudest and not the most dramatic, but the heaviest. Step 2, name the oldest thought. What have I been postponing mentally? This is the thought that's been sitting in the background for weeks or months, the one you keep stepping around. And step 3, name the thought that isn't mine. What am I carrying that belongs to someone else? This might be someone's expectation, or someone's urgency, someone's worry, or someone's disappointment. When you name these things, 3 thoughts, something shifts. Your mind stops trying to hold everything at once. You create space not by solving, but by acknowledging. This is the first step in your spring reset. Not productivity, not optimization, just clarity. Now here's the deeper layer. Your mind is asking for space, not solutions. Most people respond to mental heaviness by trying to think harder. They push, they analyze, they try to figure it out. But your mind doesn't need pressure, it needs room. And when your internal world is thawing, clarity doesn't come from effort, it comes from spaciousness. This is why naming your thoughts works. It's not about fixing anything, it's about giving your mind permission to stop holding everything in the dark. Once your thoughts are named, your system relaxes. Your internal noise lowers and your clarity begins to return. Not instantly and not dramatically, but steadily. Your mind is not asking you to solve everything, it's asking you to stop carrying it alone. So let's think. Your mind feels heavy in March because it's waking up after a long season of holding. You're not behind and you're not broken and you're not losing clarity. You're thawing. And as you thaw, clarity returns, gently, naturally, in its own time. This is the beginning of your spring reset. This is the moment where your internal world starts to open again. And this week, we're going to walk through that opening together. Now, you take care and stay connected.